Go on now. Yellow jacket. Ooh. Ah. Mm. You know. But and the labak see easy to be so rababak easy and the labak see. I had I got, well, I call them realizations, but I already did the video on YouTube, the first part of this, and it was entitled Spiritual Orgasms, and I think I may entitle this one the same, Spiritual Orgasms. I'm talking about C. Spiritual orgasms, I think, is the best term for it. I do. I do. And the big C. I have come to see that I don't want this to be too loud in the background, but I had to play something on this rising. When you go through shifts, it's actually when you shift atmospheres. You can look at this setup as a bunch of atmospheres on this one planet, and you choose the atmosphere you live on. And so today on this rising, I woke up and at some point I knew okay, my transition out of Christianity left me, and I know I've said this before, it left me just standing there. I was just standing there, and I didn't know, like, me inside of Christianity was worship time. That was specific time that I gave to me and Jesus Christ. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna say Jesus Christ. It was me and God, because I didn't too much, I used Jesus because I was taught, but when I was in worship, Jesus very rarely came out of my mouth. It's sees under the see and see. So even in it, even though the whole teaching that they give us about Jesus Christ is not right, when I went into the spirit, I didn't call that name because the spirit knew that it wasn't really in that. This is just a personal testimony. Not just no, it's more than that. It's public service announcement anyway. Yeah, yes, it is. You can say this is a public service announcement to the religion of Christianity. That was the weapon of Christianity. Sent to deceive the people. But when you make contact with the true spirit, no matter what religion you're in, it is binding. It is binding. Fire on the sea. And that's how I come to the point on today. I'm like, it's the spiritual orgasm that gives me power. I would say the orgasm is what causes me to speak or to breathe. On another level that attracts people. Easy. That attracts people. That people can feel. Say that so-called, that blisses people. It puts you in a state of bliss. I'm talking about tapping in. See, this is what I use mind for. The proper way to use it is When you get to that point, or a point, any point at any time, that you feel like, okay, I'm just like, I don't want to be here anymore. You know, anybody ever got there? Like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. If we can choose to be here, okay, can I, you know, but then having somebody on your level is so mandatory. And to not have it is detrimental to a soul being. To a soul being. Do you hear me? We're dropping color and soul beings. Some of us have souls, some of us do not. Young Elder does a wonderful explanation of diving more into that. And if you are ready, if you are ready to go down the rabbit hole, because in Alice in Wonderland we were ready to go right. Let's continue. When you're ready to really go down that rabbit hole, Young Elder had some very good videos, and it is, and it's not about religion. It's about knowing who you are. Knowing who you are and trusting that voice inside of you to lead you. Trusting that voice inside of you to lead you. A prime example. Fire, a little bit shy. Fire. Easy to the big shoe, rababakshi. Iki and the na in the leak so. Ikis and the libik sha. Even and the libik su. Ikedebik sura rabak shitak. It's in the E and the loboko she. It's in the E. In the libik su. It's in the E. Z ki and the labaso. It's in the Iki na 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 ma so. Who's she? So I said, you know what? Cause y'all gotta let me get used to what side the camera's on. So I know I'm not gonna be looking at the people. I can't turn it around. But I'm andalebek C, Santa Andanama Sha, at andalebek C, at andalebek C, Yandalabak C. Now, I know I do the tarot cards. I know I go off. I just go with the spirit. I go down the path the spirit leads me. But I always come back to something if needed be. But it is, I guess, who is for watching at the moment. But I know I do the tarot cards because I wanted to see if if it really did work. And I found that it does. But I do my best work without the cards. I guess I do my best work. The cards are for confirmation for people. It was confirmation for me. So being that it was confirmation for me, those people who relate to having their cards read, coming through me confirms in them that, hey, it really does work. Because how in the world is she right on and this girl don't know me from Adam's house cat? And I said that to say that sometimes I can see the person's name who was watching, and I don't have to have a deck of cards. And I thank my grandfather for bringing me up and for bringing my mother up into that. I think both my grandfathers. I reverence my grandfather Snow. I reverence my grandfather Utley. I reverence my grandmother Isabella. And I reverence my grandmother Majella. Iki zidilibi shu rababakshi andalamaksi. Iki andalabaksi otoloboko rambakshe. It's a key andalamaksu rababakshe. I realized on this rising, I had to call my auntie because, like I said, I was in one of those moments. But I was just saying that, because I was like, because Melissa, I saw your name, and if I didn't know if you wanted me to go in on you or with you, but I could. That's if you wanted. I don't know who else, but sometimes I can see a person's name, and that's why I said I don't need it. Because I said earlier today, I told somebody, I said I may just get my deck and go live, but yeah. Oh yes. So I called my aunt because I was feeling some type of... No, I didn't call her because I was feeling some type of way. I was just... I was on the phone with her when the atmosphere rocked. I was on the phone with my auntie when the atmosphere rocked. And so my response came out in her presence. And I didn't mean to go there, but it was a safe space for me with my auntie. She got out of religion years ago. And so I give, even she's still alive, but I still honor my Aunt Zip. I do. I show much respect and reverence for her, for helping to fuel and keep alive this thing in me that I must deliver, that I chose to deliver. And when times got hard, like this song, that's why I'm letting it play in the background, because she told me that, I didn't want to kill the bee. I don't know if nature is good or not. I don't know why yellow jackets come around you, but I definitely don't want it to sting me. I guess nature likes me too. I'm having spiritual orgasms. Of course the little yellow jackets and the honeybees want to come by. Get some of this honey. That's just nature agree. There you go again. There you go. I don't know why it's doing that. Go. No, I'm gonna tell you something funny though. I had just did the YouTube video about having spiritual orgasms. And then I get in the truck and I was leaning over to do something and I felt something crawling, because I have a dress on my inner thigh. And I'm just like, what in the world? I'm like, what is, and I'm just thinking maybe it's a fly, and I look and it's a freaking yellow jacket. And the first thing I think of, bees like honey. Spiritual orgasms. Anyway, just a little bit of something to make you laugh too as well while I'm telling my story. But yes, and I have the song on repeat. But anyway, so she had told me about somebody on YouTube, actually Brother Yosef, and I said, yeah, I really don't I hadn't gotten him much, but I didn't remember that it was a video that I had seen of him, I think on Black Magic, that took me back to him. But I forgot to subscribe to his page, so I forgot. Then I got him mixed up with another dude. But my aunt said, when she felt the mood that I was in, urgently she starts looking for the solution, and she's like, music. And she referred me to this song, and it talked to me. It talked to me. It talked to my spirit. It talked to my spirit. And I used to ask, like, why do I always, cry when I get into it? And then I'm thinking, well, it's, like what? I didn't understand it. I guess a lot of us don't understand it, but I am like, I'm setting everything on spiritual orgasm. It's like feeding your spirit, man. How do a woman and a man, because don't the church doesn't Christ call his bride, isn't the church called the bride of Christ? Don't we go through rituals with him? Well, then of course the spirit would want some sexual affection, right? Or no, not sexual affection. Have some type of orgasm. Everything has the height of a man and a woman is an orgasm. So in the spirit realm, I do believe there is such a thing as orgasms as well. And that is what ignites and feeds the atmosphere. That's what makes a baby, doesn't it? So what do you think brings the things you speak to life? In the moment of that bliss, you speak forth things that come to pass. That is speaking over your life. My soul. And it's coming out of my soul. My soul. The best thing I have done just on today is to believe in me. I believe in me. easy, I don't know. Ease. Hey. Sick. Oof. It says, shine your light and let it feed my soul. And the name of the song is called Great Spirit. I don't know if I'm supposed to say I don't own rights, but I don't think Brother Yusuf would mind. The elevation, the orgasmic flow of a force. We are living organisms. Of course we orgasm in more than one way. But if you miss the moment of the orgasm, you miss what comes along with it. And I'm having these and not knowing what they are getting. No, not saying that I had stopped for a while getting in that place because I didn't have the whole church thing that I associated that feeling with. He did a big sue. Oh, and that he's under the big sue. Rabababasha. ECT and my soul. And the importance of the spiritual orgasm is it brings things to life. I was angry at some point. I'm talking about on today, which caused this. And then, like, I don't know what to call it past. The orgasm is the best way that I can explain it or express it. And that's the term the Spirit gave me to call it. But it's like I was angry at some point and I wanted to say some things that would ease that feeling of anger. But I knew that would not be the wisest thing to do because I know my words have power. And I did not want to speak death on a situation that I'm living to keep alive. Do you hear me? I'm not talking about no fly-by-night relationships. I'm talking about people that mean something to you. Holding on. Where it really, things that are a part of you. I'm just going to be all for real and real with it. I do now know that this video is for the mothers. Easy. Fire. Eh. Now it makes sense to me of like when you cry or when you get emotional, tears fall or all your everything opens up. When your tears fall, the nose runs. It's a spiritual orgasm. When something makes you happy or you like the functions of our body are not what we've been taught. Okay? You don't just orgasm with your sex organs. We are living organisms. Come on, open up your mind, people. I'm not being nasty. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help some of y'all, a lot of y'all. Listen. Andale bak shi te de bek sura baba bak sha. Iki andana like si. Ete elele bek sura baba bak shit. Iza andale bek sura. Efe indale bek sura bakai andale bek so. Eve and andala bak sur. Easy. Feel andana bak si. Ik ind I lile bek so. Abba fandele bek sura baba say. And you know, singing is another way that I express the feeling that comes from being in contact with my higher self. When they say love yourself, Tweet had a song. Something about touching herself. She was drunk one night and she looked over to the left and realized how sexy she was and she touched herself. I'm not touching myself right now, but that's why I chose to say what it feels like to encounter instead of saying encountering. Well, no, encountering the spirit, the great spirit, but it is my higher self. That is the great spirit. See, we are all a part of one, right? This great spirit. And so in that great spirit is your highest self. Touching your higher self. Come on now. If you ain't being too bougie, you can get a lot from this video. If you ain't being too bougie, you can get a lot from this video. And when it finally hit me, I said, that is why. Because, I used to, I know all my worship experiences. I've been present for every last one of them. I remember all of them. I remember all of them. Some of them are more on my frontal than others. And I know what people tell me coming out of the same atmosphere as when I am tapped or when I go into the spirit or just like when I spiritually orgasm. When I went to church at that moment that I couldn't, because I would try and hold it. I'm just like, no, because people ain't ready for this. They don't want you, and I always felt like it was too intimate. It was really, really intimate for me. And I didn't know then, but I just knew like, I didn't want to get like that in front of everybody because, I could stay there for hours. Because I practiced that. You know how they used to have you tarry? As a youngster, well, I tarried as an adult and I made time. I took time to get in the spirit and worship. So when I got in a public place with people who don't do it all the time and I go in way so far that service is held up because I got carried away, that was a huge spirit to fight. He come out of my sea in those buildings. Ease. And the little shot. Five. Fine. Kantanamashita. Itanamasi. I'm setting you free. It's about being free. Spiritually. Which in turn mentally frees you. Ikanamasi. If you unlock your spiritual, you unlock everything. Who is it? Free my soul. You got to free your soul. You have been conditioned by soulless people. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. The Bible tells you what that God of the Bible did. He slaughtered. And why he ain't had no home? See, a mother wouldn't do that. That's what you get when you follow a patriarchy. Disruption and division. The Bible tells you that. Ooh, I didn't even know that was going there. That was good. That was good. That's what you get when you follow a patriarchy. Oh my God. Yeah, because a mother wouldn't do her children like that. A mother doesn't do her children like that. You come out of my seed when a mother decides to reprimand a child. She has a force set aside to do that, to deal with that child. A mother wouldn't just turn her back on her children like the God of the Bible does. That man, that patriarchy. I didn't even know I was good. I was good. Hey, hey. Ooh. Easy, that easy. Hey, see, kadala la see. But find it in a big sea. Ooh, far. You know, and I just asked myself, like, why are you doing this video? Like, why are you still sitting out here listening to this song on repeat? Because this is what I was doing before I believe the Spirit told me to go live, before Mother. Before the, what do they call the Queen of the Heavens, Mother Earth? Before the universe told me to go inside and get my device and hit record. If it don't do nothing for nobody else, it'll do something for me, because I'm a sure go back and watch it. I'm going to go to sleep on my own video tonight. I watch 2 and 3 hour videos like it ain't like I watch them. That's how I teach my children a lot of the time. I have to feed me to feed my children. So mother gave me a means to get along while I studied, so I could free my children. My passion? My children. Whatever your passion is what should be the rightest thing in your life. And when something comes against that, you have the right to pass judgment. You have the right to pass judgment. You know how the Bible speaks of the swift hand of God? When we talking about mama's hand. Didn't Iana Crawley sing grandma's hand? Nana. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but Anana. That's what's stuck in my head. That's what's been in my head all night. Anana. I don't know the correct pronunciation of it. Inanamasi. Inanamasi. Kiananamaso. So I'm gonna start going live, releasing my spirits without fear. Ena ise ni kondila shiti I andali si ikiti ibi si iki handili vidi nu rababakshita ikis and the leave and the lip book sheet I bead in and the lu she iki nana see. You've been taught to love your oppressor. That is not the way of the man, of the mama, of the grandmas, of Inanna's hand. Ooh, Inanna's children. That's what I. Now that I recall, it's something with that. I'm not sure what it is, but Iana Crawley's grandma's hand. That is not the way of grandma's hand. Look, I was talking to you guys and having a conversation at the same time, and then I forgot where I was. That's what happened there. It's a guy called gosh, I just got his name, but the song that I'm listening to, New Life Tools. It's called I'm a Believer. I'm doing good, Marilyn. How are you? Look, I look at your name. I don't even know how I be doing the badges and everything, but you got a top fan badge, and I think, well, you probably one of the people that helped my page to get to there. But it's a big she. If you have any questions, Marilyn, I'll be happy to answer them. See, kind of a big she. I guess I'm doing freebies today. How that girl asked, she said, "When you gonna do another freebie?" I said, "Okay, is that what it is?" Yeah, but I don't need the deck. But if I see your name and I feel led to ask, I'm going to ask you. You're fine, okay? Yeah, I was just on here talking about what I went through on this rising and how setting my atmosphere. And then my aunt told me she played this song for me. I went to the site. I got it on repeat. When I tap, okay, the spiritual orgasm that I have, that's how I describe mine. The spiritual orgasm that causes me to speak out of my mouth or to sing or to hum. Either way, in the orgasm lies all my tools that I need to defeat the current situation. Or to tame it. This is yours, Marilyn. Marilyn, if you play the video back, you can get one of your kids or somebody to cut the part for you out, and you can listen to it. Door of Hope used to do that. You could, like, if you got prophesied to or something, like, they would record it and you could go clip it, and I played mine's back so I could get it to where I knew what was being said, or I understood and got everything out of that word spoken over me. I'm not about to say, you said just pray for you, so I'm doing it right now. That's why I said you can go back and cut the part or watch it again to get your part. But this, as follows, is for you, Marilyn. You can put it on repeat till it comes to you. I know you're gonna feel it as I say it. But iki andanamakshi okola baksha. It's in the leave. Iki odola bakasit. Iki andanamakshi. Ilelebeksi. Leave is undas. Leave in the indelebeksi. Leave under the boko seed. Ak indelebeksu. Arabaksi. Ak andelebeksha. And zananamasi. Ik urabababasha. That is yours, Marilyn. And I know you got something from it instantly. So the first things that come to your mind, you write them down. And if they don't come to you, you can call me and be like, well, this is what I got from what you said. Explain to me what you were saying. I guess that's what I'm calling the freebies. I didn't know how it was going to go, how I was going to do it. I'm like, but some people don't like their business being out there. But this is how you get yours without nobody knowing what it, I mean, unless they can interpret and they know. But who cares if you're getting set free? Kitananamashi. Do I have to tell you over and 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 over again? When are you going to believe it? Izananamashi. That song is Make Me a Believer. I'm a believer. And at the end they say, I believe in me. You, everything that happens in your life happens through you. You are the tool. The name of his channel is called New Life Tools. NU space LYFE space TOOLS. Iki andalama. See, for the life of me, I cannot. Brother Yosef. That's his name. Brother Yosef. His channel. And that song, I'm a Believer. Iki andalama. She. It's a candidate. She andalama. She. I had to find my place. See, in the spirit realm. Aside from Jesus, I'm just being real. I'm not putting nobody's religion down. I'm not putting Jesus Christ down. I'm just, like I said, this is a personal testimony and a public service announcement as well, or a public service notice. Because when I stepped out of Christianity, I didn't walk away from the Spirit, because me and Spirit made a deal. Because the morning that I got up, the rising that I got up, and I was like, oh my God, the Bible has been touched by man, so it is not all true. I was in bed all day. I couldn't even get out of bed. I was so distraught. So, I'm a pay reverence to that death right there. The death of me walking away. From me saying, and I said it in my mind. I didn't even say it out of my mouth. I said the Bible has been greatly touched by man. It is not the infallible word of the God that I serve. It is not. It's been too touched. I had proof. I went to college just so I could get a hold of those books that are in their library that are revered as high. This is what we teach people. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's a lie. And I dare not tell. Why does I kick against the pricks? Was I afraid to be different than everybody else? Yes. That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing when you find something out and you know it's not true, but how do you tell the people that you love that this is not right? And that was difficult for me. That's why I was able to admit that I had been programmed. That was a programming that had been programmed in me. But it got to the part where I couldn't fight it no more. I can't fight this. This stuff is not true. Like, I can see where it came from. There was no everything. My world. Ooh, my world. My world. My world. Easy to see my world. My whole world crumbled. Like, what? And at that point I asked God, I was like, if it's a lie, like, where does that leave me? If the Bible is not true, and this is some real talk. I watch YouTube, and a lot of people think that Christians are the most retarded people on the planet, but to understand the process of how Christianity was bred into a lot of us. It's not retarded, it's programming. That shows you how effective programming is. People think you're retarded when you have good programming. And I had the best programming. And so the Spirit said back to me, so I was like, oh my God, it's all been a lie. I said, so if it's a lie, then where does that leave me? And no, I said, so if it's not real, if Christianity is not real, then what? And then Spirit said, what has been real? And I didn't even have to think about it. When Spirit asked the question, what has been real? My natural response was you. This Spirit right here that I'm talking to right here, right now, you have been real every step of the way. No, baby, I'm in Lakeview. I'm in my yard, girl. No, I'm not in public like this. Because people want to come up and talk to me, and I have to get this out. And I believe this is my gift to the world. That's why I'm recording it. And if it's a gift for the world, it's a gift for me as well. Easy. Unlimited she. And I have let programming make hard for me. Something that is so natural. Great Spirit. I laugh too because I think of my mama. She be like, oh, I don't need a man. All I need is Jesus. I'm like, okay, mama, look, I done been out there. I need more than some Jesus. But now, and that's why I left, because the spiritual orgasm realization, really, that's why when they say it's better than any drug, when you tap into the spirit realm, it is a very blissful place. You see all the solutions. Staying there, maintaining that atmosphere is what is key. That's why Paul spoke of pray without ceasing. How you walk through praying all day long, and I used to wonder that, and I used to be like, man, the way I pray, how in the world I'm gonna walk around all day praying? People gonna be, I won't be able, I'll be laid out on the street somewhere. Because I get stuck in the spirit. But so yeah, I'm here in my yard. But yeah, and so in that moment, you see ways out. You see, I see all the pathways, and it outends that fire that was burning in my belly. That's the most important thing. There are things in life that literally set your soul on fire. And I think of Kundalini when I think of what it feels like. It's like Kundalini. They say Kundalini, or your root chakra, or that your soul is in your belly or in the pit of your stomach, or that's your gut brain. And anger, it activates your Kundalini, and I guess that's why you can feel the heat rising up, and it gets in your heart and it gets in your head, but it's not the proper energy flow. So that's why people die from heart attacks and strokes and stress, because it's the wrong kind of energy. Any emotion greatly felt activates your Kundalini. But they don't tell you how to do it aside from sex. They started telling us about, yoga and all that kind of no. That's when you're speaking to a calm people. Yoga is for calm fucking people. But for people who feel real anger, no, you need to know that is your Kundalini being activated, and it can kill you. So I had a fire burning in my soul that went up and wanted to come out of my mouth and speak what I felt. But I'm mature enough to know, Angel, don't. You got out this thing. And I'm just like, how do I do that? How do I do that? So I cry. And if it makes you cry, all we do is fight. Can't get no sleep at night. Sometimes you gotta lose to win again. Hey, gosh, I can scream that song. Woo! Easy. Now that song right there, that needs to be at what they call a deliverance service. That song right there, girl, that song ministered to me the first time I heard it. We ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video. I told my, I know I gotta meet Fantasia one day. And we both from, no, she from North Carolina, I'm from South Carolina, so we sister states. But that song right there, woo, lose the win. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Whew. Rod Hayes speaks of elevating, educating yourself above the current condition. And so, when you spiritually orgasm, you're elevating yourself above the situation or the current condition. And the peace that passes all understanding that it brings is liberating. And the more you practice getting into that state, the easier it is to access. And because I was not listening to gospel music anymore, you know, I wasn't really into too much of any music, but I had stopped listening to music. And the right music activates it. Music is key. Tone, frequency, music is, I have a deep tie with music. And I had been missing out on that. So when Brother Yosef said the thing about you got to set your atmosphere, and I burned sage in my yard the other day. Hey, Katina. How are you doing? You know, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to always be me. But, baby, you happy? I love you. I love you. I see your baby doll boutique show up on my page. Yeah. But, and Katina, you may not have seen the video that me and Christy did, about doing, the Sister Sit With Me. Like I said, I don't know when she does, but that Sister Sit With Me stuck with me. And I did think of you. We're going to do a Sister Sit With Me, because I'm not saying that I'm not saying that homosexuality is right, but I can see the homosexual aspect of, instead of having a guy there, you can have a girlfriend there. Girlfriends are, if you got a girlfriend who can get you to that spiritual orgasm, and you got a mate that's not there in it, that can, like, it can fill that space. I'm not saying to be homosexual in that act, but I can see, you know, because some plants are homosexual. You know, they say opposites attract, but likes do as well. Like things attract too. But all I'm saying is we all have a support system. So I thought of you with that Sister Sit With Me. Thank you for loving me. You know, me and you and Rachel got to get up and get something. We gonna get this woman, I don't know what you want, a conference, I don't know what the name, the Sister Sit With Me. We gonna do that. We gonna push that Sister Sit With Me, because there are just some things in this realm that some men do not understand about us. And it is not it's not our lot in life to exist specifically for a man. That's that patriarchy teaching. To diminish yourself. The woman, you know, stays home and has the children, but finally got the woman to, now let me tell you, you know, under the big she, under the big she. That's that patriarchy mindset that you're here for a man. The real usurping of authority was the man, the patriarchy usurping the matriarch. Adam didn't usurp Eve. No, Eve didn't usurp Adam. Adam usurped Eve. They overthrew the woman, the female, the goddesses. We speak of a God, but where's his mate? All this sex going around in the world, and you telling me God ain't got somebody? Okay, whatever. That don't even make natural sense. That That don't even make natural sense. Life is created through the orgasm. So how does God orgasm? Because God does, right? But that's not in the Bible. Come on. Yeah. Yes. It was, getting into the story of how we got here, that's a deep, deep, deep rabbit hole. And I can go there. What I know, I'm willing to share. I'm willing to share what I know, what I've studied, what I've found. For those of you who want to listen, I can sum it up for you. For those that already, look at my page when I'm live, I might as well go ahead and give it to you. I got to a place of completion on this rising. I believe in me. I believe in me. I believe in me. I believe in me. I decided that I'm going to have what I desire. I'm going to have what I desire. And anything that gets in my way doesn't deserve to be there. Period. I'm not going to think about the consequences. The realm that I stepped in, it either goes or it doesn't. As long as it disappears, I don't care where it goes. Where it can. If it doesn't belong there, it doesn't belong there. Disappear. I don't care where it goes. Just disappear. Get out of mine. Get out of mine. Get out of mine. Get out of my eyesight, my view sight. Get out my atmosphere. Go. You know. I don't care where you go. I don't love my oppressor. I am not a martyr for Christ. I'm not. I remember one time I said that, and one of my homeboys texted me and said, "Is that the hill that you're really willing to die on?" And I actually thought about it. And I was like, oh my gosh. No, I really don't want to die for this because I don't think it's right. I don't want to give my life for something and it didn't it didn't matter and it didn't feel right with me. I'm going to Yellow Jacket again. Why are you coming in? Okay, do you want to show me that I don't have to run every time I see a bee? Do you want to coexist with me? I don't know. I'm going to get out of the car and run. I'm sweating too. Just in my, I don't know. Okay, see? So I got through that. It's still there. It's still there. I was trying to see if I could coexist with the Yellow Jacket. Was it a good insect or a bad insect? I didn't want to hit it. A smart girl want to kill nature. I question everything. I question everything. People can think it's silly. It really doesn't matter to me if you think it's silly. No. Yeah, it doesn't. But if it's something that makes me laugh and I can enjoy, if I can enjoy the joy that I feel through simple things that make me happy, it doesn't matter whether anybody else draws it from it. If you feed yourself, everything else will be. If you feed yourself, I don't know why this. I guess you want me to land on it, but I'm not there. You can stay over there, but just I don't want you to. Why is this Yellow Jacket? I gotta Google Yellow Jacket and see what they mean. Oh Lord! Come on, there ain't no honey in here. Come on now. I don't even know. Do Yellow Jackets even do honey? Why do Yellow Jackets exist? Why is he? Let me move. Trying to be. Oh gosh. Look. I might as well show y'all the DVD I did. I got out the dang I think I put it on YouTube. I didn't put it. I finally got it. I got a little bit more left to go on this. I thought I'd leave the high grass there. My tomato. Yep. I know you can see the bags, but I'll fix all that later. But this is just, and I put my little people, my little ornaments down there. This is the walkway that I put up to the back door. Thought that was cute. So when I walk out,
There's my space. Altar. Oh, okay, so all right, guys. The bee ran me out the truck, but yeah, just let that sink in for a while. But believing in yourself, keeping your inside clean and clear and free of, like, if something makes you angry, don't try to act like it didn't make you angry. Like, we talk like anger is bad for you. Not being real with not being authentic. I forgot who I heard say that. Authenticity. I think it was Blue Pill or Red Pill or one of them Pillar boys. When you are not authentic, you mess everything up. Osiris, get in the house. Get in the house. Or stay down this way. Don't chase him. I don't want him going that way. Huh?
How did we know them? Because I heard them say, "Move, Osiris."
They probably do know Osiris. They come down this road. Stay on this side, Osiris, if you don't want to go in the house. I need to put that. No, okay. Don't leave him alone. I don't want to have to go get him. But yeah, believing in yourself, doing what makes you happy, not being afraid to say, "Hey, I don't like the way things are going. I want them to change. I don't like this." And tapping in. Well, I guess if you don't know how to tap in, but for those of you who know what tapping in is, tapping in, I don't know what it does for anybody else, but for me, I guess that's why, and then being that I don't know whether everybody can do that, but I know that's what it does for me. So being that I am gifted to be able to do that, it's like I open up a portal. The orgasm opens up a portal, and other people can draw from it as well as I can. And that's why people loves being in worship sessions or services with me, because I open portals. And then me as a portal opener, I didn't want to be greedy with it. It never dawned on me to be greedy with it. I shared it because that's what I was taught that you do. You share your gift. But then you had some jealous people who were jealous because they didn't have it as well as I did. So they kind of made me feel like it was something like weird. But on this day, this rising, tap in. And tap in. And I'm telling you, listen. Mine comes easy by now. So one way that I can tell you that you can tap in. Well, I have watched YouTube, and some people use, they use illicit drugs like LSD, but I'm too scared of that. But I do know, as being a Christian and a drinker, alcohol. I'm not endorsing alcohol, but I'm just saying something you can get from it to relieve. If you can't, if you're so mad and so out there that you can't, well, you might just need to. Well, if you are holding on to anger that you cannot release, you get you in a state of mind. If you got to go get you a cigarette and calm your nerve to get in that place, that's what you do. They're gonna get you a drink, whatever gets you there that does not harm anybody. That's what I'm putting out there. That's what I'm putting out there. That's what I'm putting out there. You use your intoxication in the best way you can. I do know that because it used to be a black and mild for me. A black and mild. Not saying the black and mild helped me tap in, but a black and mild would help calm me down. And when I was able to calm down, I can tap in. But like I said, I've been doing it so long, it's natural for me. So to sit down and think of, how can, to coach you through this video would be, I'm not going to say it would be difficult, but we could definitely do it. Not right now. But I know other ways. So, there are people who already drink to calm their nerves or smoke to calm their nerves. Do that. Do what you need to do to calm your nerve. And let that space come in. And open up to that space. Because it's within you. And if you need worship service to help you get there, play some. I advise y'all to go look for that song. I'm a Believer. That is a beautiful song. It really opened me. It spoke to me. It spoke to me, and I saw the way out. I saw I received that calming, like somebody taking water and throwing it on the fire, not an electrical fire, but water thrown. And I did throw water on an electrical fire when I was a very young girl, you know, because I didn't know you don't throw water on an electrical fire. But I believed in my heart, in my mind, you put water on fire, it's going to go out. It didn't even dawn on me that I could get electrocuted because I didn't believe it. It didn't happen. You can ask me, the majority of my siblings, well, at least the ones older than me, my mama and my daddy, because I know they remember. And it made my mom and my daddy think, just like they said in the Bible, what's the name, parents, Joseph's parents questioned him. Like, they thought about it when he had that dream, like, what? Like, we gonna bother you? Like, what? But they didn't say anything. It stuck with my mom and my daddy head. That girl threw a whole thick bucket of water on an electrical outlet that was on fire. And it went out. No sparks, no nothing. Nothing to make us think we gonna blow up. So it's what you believe. And if you believe in you, anything you desire will come true. Nobody, you don't gotta wait on nobody to bring it to you. It will come to you. It's a magnet. It's a magnet. It's a magnet. Your gift will make room for you. And I found mine. So I'm about to go because this child is sitting at here staring at me. And I know they want something. And then all my focus is going to get off and gone. So, all right, Facebook. See y'all later. Like, subscribe, and share the video.